how to get started on Optimal Resume. So first of all, you're going to go to Career Services website. You're going to scroll down over here and go to Online Resources. Once you're here, you're going to go right here to Optimal Resume. Once you get to Optimal, you're just going to log in if you already are a user. If you're a new user, you're going to go right here. If you're making a new account, it is going to ask you a few questions, just demographics and things related to your major and career exploration. Don't worry about answering those too exact or spot on because it won't come up on your Optimal Resume. And then once you're in Optimal Resume, you're going to go create new resume, name it whatever you want. And then we always do start from scratch. And once you get here, it's going to look a little something like this. You can go in and change your address, phone number, things like that. Make sure you always use your .edu email. It just looks more professional that way. So to begin your resume, we always start with your education. We always use this experience section here in the middle. And for your section name, you're just going to name it Education. Then for your employer name, it's going to be State University of New York, parentheses, SUNY, all capitals, College at Oswego. And that is the correct formal way to put it on your resume. An example of this can also be found on our resume handout, which is also available online through the Career Services website. Here it shows you exactly how to do all your sections. So once you get that, you're just going to go in and put your location of your college. Your date range is going to be your expected graduation date. And then down here, you're either going to do Bachelor of Arts in your major or Bachelor of Science in your major, depending on what your degree is. Then if you have a minor, it'll go here. If you have two, then you'll just do something like this. Your GPA will also go here in this education section. We typically recommend putting it if it's 3.0 or over. In your education section is also where your president's list or dean's list will go. Make sure you specify what semesters you received president's list or dean's list. And then also any scholarships or awards you receive can go here in your education section. When using this section in Optimal Resume, we usually skip over this employer URL and company description. For education, we'll skip over the job title also, but when you're putting in work experiences, we will use the job title box. If you are a transfer and you received a degree from the school that you transferred from, you would keep that in your education section. To do that, you would go over here and do Add Employer. And then you would just do the same kind of thing you did for your Oswego education. Make sure you put your associates in whatever your degree was. Once you're done with your education, you can go ahead and add your work experience or relevant experience. Typically, we try to put relevant experience first and then any other experiences below. To do this, use the same experience section that you used for your education. Name the section relevant experience, employer name, location, and date range. Always make sure to place whatever experience you started most recently first in the section. This is why it's important to play around with your sections to be able to put the most relevant experiences first on your resume. Then here we still skip over these two boxes, but make sure you fill in your job title now. And then for each experience, we try to get 3 to 5 bullet points explaining what you did and highlighting the skills that you gained from this experience. Once you're done with your first experience, to add another experience to your relevant experience category, you would go over here and then add employer. And then you would just do the same thing here. Always make sure you're keeping it in the reverse chronological order where you're putting your most recent started experience before. To put work experience, you just add section and go to experience section like we've been doing. And do the same bullet points with an action, verb, statement, and result for each job. When getting started on your resume, make sure to check out this resume handout available on the Career Services website. It will really help you format your action, verb, statement, result bullet points. And this example here gives you a great idea of the formatting for your resume. I hope this helps you get started on your resume. And always remember, you can schedule an appointment with one of us navigators anytime online through this website at ozresourcecenter.youcanbook.me. Good luck.